Have you ever had a friend or loved one who seemed perfectly healthy one day, only to face a sudden health crisis out of nowhere? Maybe it was a neighbor who had a fall out of the blue, or a cousin who discovered they had high blood pressure during a routine checkup. It's those quiet, sneaky health risks, the ones that creep up without warning, that can catch us off guard as we get older. And after 75, they're even more important to watch out for. That's why today, I want to talk about the silent killers, those common causes of decline that don't always shout for attention until it's too late. But here's the good news. With a little knowledge and a few simple habits, you can outsmart them. Let's start with two of the biggest ones and work our way through practical, everyday steps to keep you feeling strong, independent, and truly alive. First up, heart disease. Now, I know that sounds obvious. We've all heard about heart health for years. But here's what makes it a silent killer. High blood pressure, clogged arteries, even irregular heartbeats can develop without any obvious symptoms. You might feel a little more tired than usual, or maybe you brush off that occasional dizziness as just aging. But over time, these issues can snowball into something much more serious. So, what can you do? Start with the basics. Get your numbers checked regularly. Blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, these aren't just numbers on a chart. They're your body's early warning system. And here's a tip my doctor shared with me. If you're checking your blood pressure at home, do it at the same time every day. Morning is best, before coffee or breakfast. That way you get a consistent reading. Next, think about movement. You don't need to run marathons. Just keep that blood flowing. A 20-minute walk after dinner, some light stretching while watching the news, or even gardening can make a difference. And when it comes to food, small swaps matter. Try seasoning your veggies with herbs instead of salt, or swapping butter for olive oil. Your heart doesn't need perfection, just a little extra care. Now, let's talk about the second silent killer, falls. I know, it doesn't sound as dramatic as a heart attack. But here's the truth. Falls are the leading cause of injury for folks over 75. And it's not just the broken bones we need to worry about. A bad fall can lead to hospital stays, lost confidence, and even long-term health declines. So, let's make your home a fortress against falls. Start with the floors. That throw rug in the hallway? It's a tripping hazard. Either secure it with double-sided tape or roll it up and store it. Next, lighting. If you're getting up at night, use motion sensor nightlights. They're cheap and easy to install. And don't forget your shoes. Those loose slippers might be cozy, but a pair with good grip and support is safer. One more thing. Balance exercises. You don't need a gym membership for this. Try standing on one foot while brushing your teeth. Hold on to the counter if you need to. Or practice sitting down and standing up from a chair without using your hands. It's like giving your legs a daily tune-up. By focusing on your heart health and making your home a safer place, you're already building a strong defense against two of the most common silent threats. But true health after 75 isn't just about the physical. It's about the connections we keep and the habits we nurture. And that's where we'll pick things up next time. For now, start with these steps. Check your blood pressure this week, take a walk around the block, and maybe have a look at those rugs. Remember, every small change you make today is a victory for your tomorrow. You've got this, and I'll be right here with you as we keep going. You know, sometimes the biggest threats to our health aren't the ones that make headlines. They're the ones that sneak up while we're busy living our lives. Like that friend of mine, Martha. She loved her morning walks, never missed a beat. Then one day, she bent down to tie her shoe and snap, a broken wrist out of nowhere. Turns out, her bones had been quietly losing strength for years. And that brings us to our third silent killer, osteoporosis. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, bones? Really? I've made it this far. Why worry now? But here's the thing. After 75, our bones aren't just about avoiding breaks. They're about staying independent. A hip fracture can mean months of recovery, and for too many folks, it's the start of a downward spiral. But here's the good news. You can fight back, and it's simpler than you think. First, let's talk about food as medicine. Calcium isn't just in dairy. Think kale, almonds, even canned sardines with those soft, edible bones. Pair them with vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, to help your body absorb that calcium. If you live somewhere gloomy like I do, a daily supplement can fill the gap. Just check with your doctor first. They'll help you find the right dose. Next up, weight-bearing exercise. No, I'm not talking about lifting heavy weights. Something as gentle as walking, tai chi, or even dancing to your favorite old tunes counts. The key is to keep your bones working against gravity. My neighbor Sam swears by his daily garden squats. He'll bend down to pull weeds, then slowly rise back up. Says it's keeping his hips strong and his tomatoes thriving. Now let's tackle our fourth silent killer, one that's hiding in plain sight: medication mismanagement. As we get older, many of us end up taking multiple prescriptions. And while those pills can be lifesavers, mixing them the wrong way, or forgetting a dose, can turn them into silent risks. Take my cousin, Edna. She was taking 5 different medications, each prescribed by a different specialist. Nobody checked how they interacted until she landed in the hospital with dizziness and confusion. Scary, right? But here's how to stay in control. Be the CEO of your medications. Once a year, gather all your pills, prescriptions, over-the-counter, even supplements, and bring them to your primary doctor or pharmacist. Ask, do I still need all of these? Could any of them clash? You'd be amazed how often a simple review can streamline your routine. And here's a trick I use myself. Set alarms on your phone or a classic kitchen timer for medication reminders. Or tie doses to daily habits, like taking your morning pill with that first sip of coffee. Consistency is your best friend here. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. None of this has to be perfect. Missed a walk yesterday? So did I. The goal isn't to be flawless, it's to keep showing up, keep adjusting, keep caring. Because every time you choose a leafy green over a bag of chips, or double-check a pill label, you're stacking the deck in your favor. And that's the heart of it, isn't it? Staying healthy after 75 isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It's about knowing the quiet risks and quietly outsmarting them, day by day. So take that knowledge, tuck it into your routine, and let's keep building that resilient, vibrant life you deserve. You know, there's something I've noticed about staying healthy after 75. It's not just about the body, it's about the spirit. The joy of a good laugh with friends, the comfort of a phone call with a grandchild, the quiet pride of tending to a hobby you love. But here's the catch. If we let loneliness or boredom settle in, they can chip away at our health just as surely as any physical ailment. And that brings us to our final silent killer: social isolation. Now, I'm not talking about preferring a quiet night in, that's self-care. I'm talking about the kind of isolation that creeps in when we lose touch with purpose or connection. Studies show loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It weakens the immune system, clouds the mind, and even raises the risk of heart disease. But the solution isn't complicated. It's about finding small, meaningful ways to stay engaged with the world. Start by redefining what social means. It doesn't have to mean big parties or crowded events. My friend Helen volunteers once a week at the library, shelving books. She says it gives her a reason to get dressed and chat with the regulars. Or take up a hobby that connects you with others, even indirectly. My brother-in-law joined a snail mail letter-writing group. He swaps stories with folks across the country, and that little ritual gives him something to look forward to every week. And don't underestimate the power of routine. A daily walk around the block where you wave to neighbors, a weekly phone call with an old colleague, or even a morning coffee on the porch where you watch the world go by. These tiny moments of connection add up. They remind us we're part of something bigger. Now, let's tie all this together. We've talked about guarding your heart, safeguarding your home from falls, strengthening your bones, managing medications wisely, and nurturing your spirit through connection. But here's the golden thread running through it all: awareness. Not fear, not obsession. Just a gentle, steady awareness of the choices that keep you thriving. Take it from Ida, a viewer who wrote to me last month. At 82, She started using a pill organizer after watching our last video. She said it gave her the confidence to travel again, knowing she wouldn't mix up her medications. Or Frank, who replaced his slippery bath mat and now feels safer stepping out of the shower. These aren't dramatic overhauls. They're simple, loving acts of self-care. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Aging isn't about avoiding risks altogether. It's about stacking the odds in your favor, one practical step at a time. And you don't have to do it alone. Share your wins in the comments, how you've outsmarted a silent killer, big or small. Your story might just inspire someone else to take their first step. Before I go, if this video resonated with you, do me a favor. Tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us reach more folks like you who deserve to live their later years with strength and joy. And remember, every sunrise is a new chance to choose health, connection, and a life that feels truly alive. Here's to you, friend. Here's to thriving, not just surviving, at 75, 85, 95, and beyond. Keep shining.